Hi, everybody. Welcome to Reality Buzz TV. We are still continuing with the review of Widows Unveiled, and this is a part two, you guys. Like I said, this is the first episode where I felt the need to talk about every single episode or every single scene that was on this episode because I thought that it was interesting. So we are going to continue from there. Now, remember, they came back from the Lesotho homestead that they were seeing over there when we were being told that the brides used to do the tiki-tiki with their father-in-laws. Siyahleka, guys. The R's that used to take place back in the days. Our great-grandfather must come back in account because what the hell was that? Anyway, you guys, listen. Now, the pajama party is planned. Mpho has planned this pajama party because she is the one that has been talking about khuburuzing, and she wants to, I guess, give them some tips on how to khuburuza now that the husbands are gone. So it's a pajama party, you guys. Now, at the pajama party, they've got a gift bag and then, some adult toys in there, okay? And I do feel like, you guys, here's the thing. It's going to seem like I'm always taking Mamfundi's side. It's because I do feel like, the rest of these women are being ridiculous when it comes to her. Because look at the situation. She is a woman of a certain age. She could have just acted weird with the whole situation of them being given adult toys at the pajama party. She would be like, oh, I got in. But when they are doing the things of the youngins as if they are young, because none of them are young, okay, when they are doing the things of the youngins, she involves herself. She was excited about the toys too. She's like, listen, it's about to be lit back at home without the hubby, okay? But they don't adjust themselves to her, okay? It's like she's supposed to bring herself down to their level, but they can't bring themselves down to her level, okay? I'm just saying down, because the next thing they'll be like, why are you saying high with her and low with them? Okay. But it is high in terms of age, okay? They are also down, but not really down because they are somewhere. It's just but like the gap is so small, you would think that they have like 20 years difference in their age, okay? So the pajama party goes well, you guys. But I'm feeling like at this point, Mrs. M has taken the position of being post protector because even as they come in, they sit down, she's making sure she is in between Fundisa and Mpho. Okay, remember, guys, Fundisa never said that she was upset with Mpho. Fundisa never said that she's going to hit Mpho or whatever, confront Mpho. Fundisa just told her story of the husband that cheated a lot and looks like he cheated with a castmate. That's all she said. It's not like she wanted to fight. She was not saying she's upset with her, but she's saying the woman did send a message to my husband, and I still have the message. Excuse me. And I still have the message, okay? So Mrs. M is making sure she's sitting in between them, and I'm like, why? Pajama party goes well, you guys. Excuse me. It's this thing I'm drinking. Now I'm bottling all the time. No. I would love to be Sangoa, guys, because that would mean I would just stay at home and wait for people to come and show and I'll make money from that. Anyway, you guys, fine, the pajama party goes well. Later on, Mamfundi needs somebody to confront in because she had a situation by the blankets where the woman didn't want her to put the blankets on her. She doesn't understand that. She had a situation in the car where she's trying to express herself. Nobody's responding well. So she goes to Sigi because she still trusts Sigi. And you know why she trusts Sigi? Because she didn't know that Sigi had already betrayed her, And Sigi is not going to tell her, I've already betrayed you, woman. So actually, you don't have any friends in this group because I've already told them what you talked to me in confidence about. Okay. Now she goes to Sigi's room because they're still at the trip. She's trying to explain, I feel like we are misunderstanding each other in this group. Apparently, they had gone dancing in Braamfontein, and I was like, guys, why didn't you show us them going dancing? And Umam Fundi and I was shaking her nyash, and they said she has a nyash, but she does not know what a nyash is, so she got offended. So now Sigi is explaining, Fundi, so nyash is just your butt, okay? It means that you have good looking part, okay? And Ufundiswa is like, yeah, but I suspect because the way that she was saying it, because it was said by Mrs. M, I suspect the way that she was saying it wasn't, but again, now I understand because Nyash is in, no problem, okay? So now she's explaining to Sigi again now, but because Sigi is asking, in the car, I felt like you were getting emotional because even your voice was shaking when you was talking. What is that all about? She's trying to explain. Listen, every time I'm saying something or doing something, there's just something. There's an exchange that takes place between Mpho and Lerato M, and I feel like something is going on. So I end up feeling uncomfortable and feeling like I can't be myself in a group. Okay. See, is like, I haven't noticed it, but you know what would help is if you pick it up when it happens, you point it out because maybe they can explain what's happening, but it will be addressed right there and there. And she's saying, listen, I'm not like that. So sometimes for me, things take building up and then I can, talk, but I felt like she was wanting to take the advice, you guys. Yes. So now, listen. So you guys, while Mrs. Mrs. Molefe Ufundiswa and Mrs. Ngubane are sitting and having a conversation, at the back of my mind, I'm like, Fundiswa, not Fundiswa, Sigelelo, this is an opportunity for you to prove to Fundiswa that you can still be trusted as a friend, okay? Because obviously the talk or the conversation that you had with Mamfundiso, you took it to Mpho. Now it's an opportunity to tell Mamfundiso that you did that, okay? Because you guys, it would have been better if she had told Mamfundiso that's what she was going to do. Then Mamfundiso is not shocked that Mpho already knows that she was saying those things. But she doesn't take that opportunity, which made me feel like maybe she's not trying to be friends with Mamfundiso, and maybe she's more friends with Mpho because they were already friends before coming on the show. And it just looked shady, you guys. So now Mrs. M arranges another activity, which is them visiting her mother-in-law. And they get there, you guys. The mother-in-law is very welcoming, and she gets to now play the recording because her husband recorded himself before he passed away. He was giving instructions on what to do when it comes to him, I guess, maybe the funeral, maybe the will or whatever. And he had sent that to his wife, okay? And she is saying she's never given it to her mother-in-law to listen to. They don't make us listen to it because I guess it's very personal. But Lerato Singati does make a comment on it and said that one thing about the recording is that the husband was very clear in giving instructions on what must happen after his passing. And everybody ended up getting emotional. The mother-in-law was crying. I was even wondering, I wonder, you guys, if it was right for Mrs. M to shoot that scene with with her mother-in-law, you guys, and make her listen to that thing on TV. Like, those are basically the last words of her son. The fact that they made her listen to those words on TV because she had never listened to them, I don't know, you guys. It seemed like maybe it shouldn't have happened on a screen. But anyway, that's what happened. So now the mother-in-law is crying. They're comforting her. Even her, Mrs. M, is crying. They're comforting her. And guess who's by her side? Literally wiping her tears like this. Lifting her glasses and wiping her tears. Guess who was doing that for her? Fundiswa. The crazy one. Yes. The one that they say doesn't let anybody else speak, yes. The one that they say just pretends as if she knows too much, doesn't give them a chance. That's the one. She was wiping her tears like this, and they were hugging, and she was like saying, it's okay to cry, what. Okay. So anyway, it was a nice, it was a nice interaction with the mother-in-law. Anyway, Mrs. M has said, you guys, that her mother-in-law, well, the in-law experience has been crazy, but it hasn't come from the mother-in-law. She said, because my mother-in-law loved me very much. At some point, her man was trying to introduce another woman. Her mother-in-law was like, absolutely not. I know one woman when it comes to KB, and that's the only person I would ever accept in his life, and that was her. So her mother, they have a good relationship with the mother-in-law. She said, if anything, it was just because it's always just the extra relatives that don't even know you exist. All of a sudden, when you pass away, they remember to give instructions to your wife on what must happen. Okay. Anyway, that goes well. They have a final dinner now at the trip in Lesotho. They are dressed very nice, you guys. They are having dinner. Now, for some reason, Mrs. M decides to say to Ufundiswa, do you have anything to say? Ufundiswa says, listen, we've been here, we've been spending time together. We've built somewhat of a friendship, and our friendship is supposed to go deeper than just a friendship. Is supposed to be, we are supposed to be family, but I don't know if we have a good enough foundation in this friendship. We still need to go deeper. And then she's like, I'm going to take the time, guys. I wish all of you could see this episode. Okay, if you have Showmax, do watch it. So then when she says, but I want to address Mpho, wavele wakhwajaza Mpho kwangazi ukuthi angazi uyajuluka. She was eating but bengasadleki. I'm like, yo Mpho, nkosi yami, kunini ngizama ukukuthemba ukuthi you did not have an affair with this woman's husband, but every time you get an opportunity to prove that you didn't, you're just acting weird. She was acting weird. So I think everybody thought that Fundis was going to address the affair situation, but she just says, listen, when we were playing the game at Mahali's, they had an exchange there where I guess Fundis had made a comment about Mpho being her husband's side chick. People thought she was joking, but she wasn't. It was actually real. She said, things there got said and hurtful. I'm sorry about that situation. That was Fundiswa saying that to Mpho. Okay, I think Mpho was relieved because after she heard what Fundiswa was saying, then there was that, you know, she looked like she's breathing now. Whereas while Fundiswa was speaking, so then it ends there. Okay, Fundiswa decides not to address it. Mpho decides not to address it. Fundiswa just apologizes if anything that happened at Mahali's, which was their first trip or hangout, then she apologizes for that. And then you guys, the dinner goes well, they're wrapping up, they're going home. I'm like, I guess we'll see these women at the reunion if there is one. Because it did feel like the last episode. I don't even know how many episodes are there on this show. Anyway, you guys, now I'm going to do the last dinner, okay? Because after they wrapped up here this one, they go home. 4 months later, they shoot an episode, and trust me, you do not want to miss how this episode or how this scene went, you guys. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please like it before Pumegona, share it with your friends, with your family, and even with strangers. Ginitanda kako.